So Mädhouse Mikky Sixx, tell me a little bit about the early days of the band in 2017. How did the band get together?
Yeah, it was in 2017 when a couple of friends of mine, all musicians from Vienna here, we did a show called the Hard and Heavy Tribute Show. And yeah, it was a set of 3 hours playing all the songs from Mellow Crew, Red, Poison, all that stuff.
Right.
And it was a very successful night, cool crowd, and everything was really cool. And after that, some of us decided, to keep jamming together. Yeah, and so at a point, I was like, I don't want to play cover songs anymore,
Right.
and started to write our own songs. And yeah, that was, so to say, the starting point for Madhouse.
Cool. Before we get into the new album, Plead the Fifth, and congratulations on that album, which comes out July 11th on Raw.
Thanks.
Amazing CD. You know, there's not a bad track on the whole album. Uh,
Thank you.
I see it could be like a lot of websites will name that the best album of the year. I definitely think so.
I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
Cool.
excellent, excellent. Let's go back to your first album, Money Talks, Bullshit Walks in 2019. Tell me a little bit
Yeah,
about that release and something about some of the songs.
that album, it was a very different lineup back in the days, 2019. I don't know, when was it released? 2019, I think. Yeah. We had another guitar player, another drummer, just the singer, Thommy, and me. We were back then. But I, yeah, I mean, it was all because of that night of this tribute show we played. Yeah, that
Right.
was the basic for the first album. Yeah, the first song I wrote for the album was the song "Hard and Heavy,"
Uh-huh.
dedicated to that night. Yeah, "Hard and Heavy" tribute show. And yeah, I mean, it was our first album. It was very rough, not so sophisticated. We just made what we wanted to do. I mean, that's what we do now also, but we had no record company at this time, so
Mhm.
it was more like, a fun thing.
Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. How about your second album, Bad Habits, which came out in 2021? Tell me a little bit
hmm
about that. That was like 2 years before the first, after the first album.
hmm that was the time of the Corona shit. So I
Oh,
had a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
really lot of time to write songs and all this stuff. I got my own studio. You couldn't go out, so I was 24/7 in the studio writing songs. And at at this time, we had the record company, Raw Records.
Uh-huh.
We signed there, and that was the starting point where all began. Yeah, more professional. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
with with the label and all this stuff and deadlines and all this things. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm writing songs the whole time. I
Right,
sit in
yeah.
my studio doing recording songs and writing songs. So there is, over the years. I mean, maybe you can notice, uh, yeah, that we get more mature from album to album,
Right, yeah.
maybe like that. And yeah, was a cool album. Bad Habits is a cool album. Very, very, a lot of songs on the album. I guess like 15 songs. Yeah,
Right,
it's a bit much, I would say, afterwards, but it's okay.
right, yeah. Wow, wow. Let's go to the next album, Down and Dirty, which was only about a year later you put out another album.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just a year later, because of the Corona thing, there were
Right.
so many songs left over from the Bad Habits album that we didn't release, but were worth to release because they were good songs. And yeah, I think Down and Dirty it's the first album where we sounded like Madhouse. That was that was Madhouse should sound like.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
How is the music scene by you right now?
Here in Vienna,
Yeah.
the music scene. There's a music scene, but not for that kind of metal. It's not that big hair or sleaze rock hair metal scene. It's more, modern metals,
Right.
thrash metal, and deathcore and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So as a glam metal band here in Austria, you're pretty much exotic. You know,
Right. Yeah. Wow. Wow. The new album. Tell me a little bit about the members of the band.
the members.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, New member is Bobby B. Bastard on the drums. He's a
Uh-huh.
long friend of mine. We know each other since like 25 years. We've played together in bands before, so we are all friends there. And we got a new guitar player because Thommy, who's on the new album, has left the band after the
Uh-huh.
release. Uh, uh, New member on the guitar is Razor Rev. Cool guy, very good guitar player, amazing. And yeah, Tommy Lovelace on vocals
Mhm.
as as always since the first album, and yeah, Rickey Dee on bass. He's also a very good friend of mine, very long friend since 20 years, and we all played together in bands before, so you know we know each other very good. We know where we want to go with the band, and yeah,
Cool.
cool
Cool.
thing.
Wow. So, how did you get signed to Raw?
That was before the release of the Bad Habits album. We just collected all the record companies and were just yeah, writing to them.
Mhm.
And Roy was one of the first who wrote back, and there was another record company in the States,
Mhm.
but Raw was like, they were very motivated from the beginning.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, we decided to sign there, and it was no mistake because they are very, very good, make very good promotion, all that stuff.
Mhm. Cool. Cool.
Arrange
Uh,
interviews.
yeah.
all that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. Plead the Fifth. Will that be coming out on vinyl too?
Pardon?
Will that come out on vinyl? This new
Yeah,
album?
yeah. It just arrived a few days ago. Hold on. There it is.
Cool. Wow.
Yeah. It's the first time that we release on vinyl too. Yeah. Very, very cool. Looks amazing.
Wow.
Yes.
How many were pressed?
How many?
Yeah. On the
It's a
vinyl.
limited edition. It's a limited edition, 300 pieces.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah,
That's definitely a collector item.
yeah.
Definitely, definitely. Let's go down the tracks and tell me a little bit about each song. The opening track, Midnite Fever, which is a fantastic opening song. I
Thanks.
totally enjoyed it as we messaged back and forth. I told you I love that track. Tell me a little bit
Yeah,
about that. Tell me a little
it
bit
was
about
the first. Yeah, it was the first song I wrote for the album, and it's a Midnight Fever is some kind of different to the other songs, in my opinion, because it's the first song I would say that is has a real hit character.
Yeah, yeah.
You can sing along the chorus while hearing it for the first time.
All right.
And but it's on the other side, it's a very, very hard verse. The guitars are very hard, and then it goes to a big chorus, very catchy and very melodic.
Right.
And yeah, well, I think it's cool. Yeah.
Cool, cool. How much different is this album compared to Down and Dirty?
How much? What?
How much different is Down and Dirty compared to this new album?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I would say it's a bit more of everything, you know. It's more melodic in some parts, but it's also more hard in some parts. It's more sophisticated and more mature. The whole songwriting and all it's the production, you know.
Right.
It's a step forward in terms of sound and songwriting quality, in my opinion.
Cool, cool. Let's go to track number two. We Run Riot, which I love too, which has a little Guns N' Roses flair to it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I love the song too. It's we made a video for the song. I don't know
Okay.
if you
Yeah.
have you seen it? Yeah,
I
yeah.
posted it yesterday.
Okay. I have seen. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a cool song. It's more mid-tempo, you know, stomping and got the 80 vibes and all that stuff. Yeah, very cool. And a very melodic solo part, guitar
Uh,
part in the middle of the song. So I would say, all in all, the whole album is way more varied than than Down and Dirty, for example.
well,
Yeah.
track number three, Bring On the Night, which is another favorite of mine. I might as well just say the whole album is my favorite, but Bring On the Night, another favorite of mine. You know, tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, Bring On Another. I think it was the second song we wrote for the album, and we were like, you know, that is the focus track of the album. But that
Right,
changed during the whole process, you know. But it was the first song we were like, yeah, that's a real hit song
right, definitely.
because of that catchy chorus, you know. Yeah, but it has a little bit more smoother verse. It's a little bit lower,
Right,
and but in the pre-chorus, it's yeah has real balls. It's cool.
cool,
I
cool.
like it.
When you write a song, you say, "Oh man, that's the song." And then you write the next song, you say, "No, that's the song."
Yeah, yeah,
And
it's
then
always
number
the
three,
same.
"No, that's the song."
Yeah,
Like over and over again. Every song
yeah,
you write, and when you
yeah,
record, you say, "Yeah, that's the hit." Huh, the
yeah,
next,
yeah.
that's the hit. Like and go
It's
on.
always the same. It's always like that. Yeah, right. But
Right,
you know, then when you got like 20 or 25 songs, and you have to select the songs for the album, and with a little distance to all that stuff, because you know I'm working on that for a year, you know,
yeah,
and you can't decide what's the best song or not. Yeah,
right, yeah,
but after yeah, with a little distance, you can tell what song is worth to come on the album.
cool, cool. Like you said, you wrote say 25 songs and stuff like that, and then when you're done recording the album, you said, uh, "Man, I wish I added this song onto the album too." But you get 13 tracks. How many tracks you going to put on there? You know, that's a lot
Yeah,
of songs.
I don't know how much we got.
13.
13 this time. 13, right? Yeah. 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 It's always a hard decision because you know, you're recording songs you like.
Right,
You don't
right,
go further with a song with a song you don't like. So in the end, for me, all songs are good. Even
right.
the one these who are they're not on the album, you know. But these songs, you know, I got the backup with all the songs, and maybe when I got a whole of creativity or something like that, I
Right.
use the old songs. But yeah, maybe it's like that.
When you submitted this to Raw and you told them there was 13 tracks, did they say anything?
No, to say it's our decision, you know.
Yeah, yeah, cool. Good. That's a
Yeah,
good thing. Great, great,
that's a
great,
good
great.
thing. They don't say something like you have to sound like that or
Right.
cover has to look like that or something like that. Just
Yeah.
it's a good thing that we can decide all this stuff.
Cool, cool.
Yeah,
Let's go to track number 4, Shotgun Rider. Tell me a little bit about that song.
and that was the song where we made the first video,
Right,
and it was amazing because our videos on YouTube had like what 30,000 views or something like that.
right.
And that one, the first 7 days, like 100,000 views, and I was
Wow.
like, wow, what's going on there? Yeah, people were waiting for it, really, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
very, very cool. But the song is a real street rock burner. Yeah, I like. It's one of my favorite songs.
Cool, cool, cool. How about track number 5, Wicked Hearts?
Wicked Hearts is very special to me because it's yeah, it's the whole atmosphere of the song is completely different to all the other songs, in my opinion, because it's uh, some kind of uh, monotone,
Mhm.
and yeah, the voice is very special in the song, and we made a video just here in my room here with the handy,
Cool.
with the phone, and yeah, it's got its own vibe to the song, and it's not fast, not a party song,
Right.
but uh, it has something. Yeah, there's something about it.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool. Well, Get a Grip. That's a fast-paced song. You know.
yeah, I think that's the hardest song we ever made. Yeah, there are thrashy elements from the guitar, it's some kind of thrashy and punky elements too. So
Right,
it's a real fast, hard song. Like Skid Row's "Slave to the Grind" thing.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely, definitely. Next track is Live and Tease. Tell me a little bit about that song.
Live and Tease is it's you know we are currently preparing for the next shows.
Right,
Rehearsal. And we were like, no, live it out. Living Tears is not a live song because
right,
it's so slow and but for the album it's a very, very good song because of that it's not that fast song and there's a very dynamic and very, very catchy chorus. It's the song for me that reminds me most on the 80s,
cool.
from the
Yeah,
album. Yeah.
cool, cool.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a Monster in My Head. Track number 8.
Yeah, yeah, it's a fun song. I mean, that's the song with I like the guitar riff, the opening riff.
Right,
It's for me, it's the best riff on the whole album. It's a very cool riff to hear and to play too.
right,
And the video comes out along with the album next on 11th July.
right.
It's a very funny video, I can tell you.
Cool,
Don't miss it. It's really cool. Yeah, uh, I love the song.
cool, cool. Track number 9. I'll See You in My Dreams. Thommy did a kick-ass job on that.
Yeah.
His vocals are amazing. The whole song, like everybody kicked up on that one. I loved it. I
Yeah.
mean, I put my volume up so high, my wife's yelling at me, like turn that lower. I said, come and listen, So I loved it. I'm telling you, really
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
So why'd you pick
Yeah.
that song?
Yeah. As everybody knows, it's a cover song from the band Giant, and it's um, at that time my dad passed away la- 2 years ago, and at that time I was listening to this song pretty often,
Right,
and uh, and sometimes I do covers. I'll just sit
right,
and play cover songs just for fun. It's fun thing. And but that song sounded really cool. And I was like calling Thommy to come over to the
right.
studio, And I was like, yeah, want to sing in? Yeah, one take, and it was perfect. So we
Right.
decided to put it on the record. But it's yeah, I know. I mean, cover songs. It's difficult because most of the time the originals are better than the covers.
Right. Yeah.
It is, and if you cover a song like that where the singer is so the giant singer is so damn good,
Right. Yeah.
it's really hard to get close to it. So, you
Hmm.
know, but I think especially the vocals, he did it very good. Yes,
Definitely. Definitely. He
cool.
nailed it. Definitely did. Definitely did. You
Thanks.
know. So is that song emotional for you?
That song is very emotional to me because of the death of my father. So
Right.
yeah,
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, even when I heard it, from your album, same thing for me. I mean, my parents passed away a long time ago, but still, like tears come to your eyes. Um,
yeah,
listening
yeah,
to that song, and
yeah,
Tommy did a great job. Great job.
absolutely. Thanks.
Cool. Track number 10, Mad to the Bone.
Magic Won't, yeah, it's a fast song. It's a real fast song.
Uh-huh.
We put it on the live list just a few days ago because yeah, it's a party song. It's fast and fun and got a real cool hook with that na 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 stuff. So you can sing along. It's just fun.
Cool, cool. Loveplace, you slow things down a little bit with that one, huh?
Yeah, I love the intro. I love the intro. It's like a MacGyver theme or something like that.
Right, yeah, definitely.
Totally 80s style, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then a stomping, cool song, yeah. And Thommy did excellent work on the vocals there.
Cool.
It sounds a bit like Cinderella for me
Yeah,
with the vocals. Yeah,
right, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know why, but it's yeah,
Cool,
it's
cool.
really cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
Track number 12, I Die Alone.
I Die Alone. That's the song I've heard not so much, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah, we recorded it, and then it was like, yeah, it's a good song, it's cool, but not the best.
Right,
But
yeah.
it's cool, Yeah, it has a cool vibe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but
Cool.
it's not the best song on the album, I would
Right, yeah.
say.
Wow. How about last track? You got the Tall Down.
We got the tail down. Yeah, it's I like the intro. I love the intro. It's very long intro, very atmospheric, cool, and then again a stomping riff, very cool chorus to sing along, and yeah, it's a perfect ending for the record.
Cool, cool. Now, do
I
you do
think.
live shows?
Yeah, we do live shows. We got next month on July the Arfal Bang Festival in
Uh-huh.
Germany.
Right.
It's a festival, and then we got some shows, album release shows around here at the area and in Germany, and yeah,
Cool, cool.
let's see where it takes us.
Uh, when you do your live show, will you do I'll See You in My Dreams?
No, I don't think so
No? What
because
tracks?
I would cry on stage and I don't want to.
Cool, cool. What tracks will you play on this new album live?
From the new album, I can tell. Uh, we will play Midnite Fever, We Run Riot, Shotgun Rider, Wicked Hearts, Gather Grip, It's a Monster in My Head, and Mad to the Bone.
Cool, cool.
So the half album. Yeah. And
Um,
from the old ones, there are live classics like Down and Dirty, Sick of It All from the Bad Habits album. From the first album, Push Push, Rip and Tear, and Boom Boom Shaker. It's a very cool live song. Yeah, so we got like 15, 16 songs.
cool, cool. Do you have any merchandise you like to talk about where people could pick it up?
Yeah, but it's still in progress. We got in production. We got new shirts. Wait a minute. I have no example here right now, sorry.
Oh,
But yeah, girly shirts and man shirts with cool design. You know, you haven't seen because we made a video for Get a Grip,
uh-huh.
but that video will be released after the album release in
Right.
August or something like that. And we were at a place in Vienna. It was under a bridge at the Danube. We got
Uh-huh.
a you know. There was very cool graffiti. Not like, some weird stuff, some
Right.
real big, cool graffiti. And I was taking a picture of that, and it looked so cool that we had printed in on a shirt. Yeah, it looks very cool. We will see. Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. Did you
And
always want
stickers and all the stuff, posters, yeah, and all that little stuff, of course. Yeah.
and where could they purchase it at? Your website or
You on our website or on the RPM Raw website
right?
too. Yeah, or you can just write an email to us.
Cool.
Many people just write emails because it's more personal and yes.
Cool, cool, cool. Was music your first love? You always wanted to go into music? Was there anything else you wanted to do?
Uh, Pardon?
Is music what you always wanted to go into, or was there another field?
Yes. No, no, of course. I heard I was starting listening to music at a very young age. I was like 4 or 5 years
Mhm.
when first time I heard Lita Ford and then that stuff, Ozzy Osbourne and stuff like that. So I grew up with that music, it's the music of my childhood, like Mötley Crüe, Red Poison, and all that stuff. And the first concert I was Europe, the band Europe,
Yep.
in 1989, I think, something like that, in Vienna. That was the Out of This World tour.
Mhm.
And I was 10 years old, and I saw Joe Tempest with his hair, and I was like, yeah,
Wow.
that's my life.
Wow.
I want to
Cool,
be like that. Yeah.
cool, cool.
So yeah, it was, yeah, definitely.
Wow. So, what was your first job?
My first job,
Yeah.
I do the most time I sit in the studio and produce other bands.
Uh-huh. Even when you
Yeah,
were young, you didn't have a job like before music?
yeah, I do have, but that's just to get some money that I can do the other things.
Cool, 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 cool. So what are the future plans for the rest of the year for the band?
Didn't understand, sorry.
What are your plans for the band for the rest of the year?
What do we play?
Yeah. Are you gonna do a lot of live shows? Are you gonna
So
do
okay, I see. Yeah, we got Germany, some gigs in Germany. Yeah, in Austria, of course, Vienna, and yeah, we hope to go to UK
uh-huh.
pretty soon. Yeah, and of course, it would be fantastic to play in the United States and Japan. Yeah, we will see. There are some. It's not concrete. It's not fixed right now, but there are some options. Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Yeah. Where in the States? Where are you in the States? In
I'm,
Indianapolis?
no, I'm New Jersey, right next to New York.
New Jersey. Yeah, New Jersey. Is there a cool scene for that kind of music?
There's it's not as good as it used to be, but there's a lot of clubs and stuff like there, and
Yeah,
like it's pretty good. You have some main clubs, and then you got bigger clubs, all different size clubs.
yeah,
So like a lot of bands on their off time will do just like a bar and sit on a stool and play
mm,
some
yeah,
songs. or they're going to play a
Yeah.
place like 3,000-4,000 people, which is a bigger club, you know. So
Yeah.
and then you got mid-size, but there's always shows, you know,
Cool.
always shows.
Yes. Cool.
Definitely cool.
Yeah, maybe someday we'll play there.
Cool,
Would
cool.
be cool.
Hopefully. Well, Mikky Sixx, congratulations on the new album, Plead the Fifth, on Raw, July 11th. Pick it up, Madhouse. It was great talking to you, man, and congratulations once again. Would you like to say anything to the fans out there?
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It was a big pleasure. And thanks to all the guys who rock with us and like our music.
Thanks a
That's
lot. See you
what
later.
I'm living for.
Bye-bye.
Bye.